My presentation is going to be over Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon.com. A little background, he was born January 12th, 1964 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. From a young age, he was always interested in tinkering with things, taking them apart, seeing how they work. There's actually a story about him taking his crib apart because he wanted to sleep in a normal bed. His family moved to Miami when he got a little bit older, where he developed a great love for computers, which followed him into Princeton University, where he got a degree in computer science. Jeff always said that he won the lottery with his mother because she contributed a lot to his success. The story goes that his mama's real dad got married in high school and moved to Mexico, but it didn't work out. His mother divorced him. When Jeff was born, the divorce happened. Then his mother met an immigrant from Cuba. His mother had also noticed his abilities from an early age, and instead of being scared and startled, she embraced him. Many believe that this childhood led to Jeff's success. He had a really early interest in computers from mainly the movie Star Trek, which was a big movie back then. In the movie, there was a supercomputer, that a lot of people fell in love with, including Jeff. It wasn't until high school that he got his hands on a real computer, and it wasn't like a laptop we had today. It was like the first one of the era. He majored in computer science when he got to Princeton and found out that computers were growing tremendously fast, and it goes from there. What he did before Amazon, he started with a startup company, but they failed to get going. So like many others, he hopped from job to job until he ended up at D.E. Shaw. And in just 4 years, he became vice president. As vice president, he looked for new opportunities and discovered that books were the easiest thing to sell online, but he couldn't convince his company to get on board. He came face to face with a decision to stay creating his own business, and the story goes from there. Launching the idea, the start of Amazon was in Jeff's garage. As it got bigger, it eventually moved into the house. And when it got big enough, he had a beta test for the site, and it worked out great. Bezos opened up Amazon on July 16, 1995, and the name comes from the South American River. Here we got some pictures of the house that was used. Just like other major tech companies, Google and Apple, they were all started in the garage. Big success with no press promotion. He sold books across the U.S. and 45 different countries in about 30 days. And in 2 months, sales reached $20,000 a week. Not bad. After going public in 1997, in just 2 years, Amazon became an e-commerce leader. Amazon's selection was diversified with electronics, music, and clothes, also along with books. Yearly sales jumped from 510,000 to over 17 billion in 2011. The Kindle also came out in 2007, and to compete with other tablets like the iPad, the Kindle Fire came out in 2011, which competed well. Also, Jeff bought the Washington Post for $250 million. Other expansions that Jeff's been working on, in 2013, he came out with Amazon Prime Air, an idea that he is now trying to make a reality, which is using drones to drop off packages or complete other humans' tasks. After creating a phone attempt failed, Jeff did score with Amazon Studios, which plays new shows and original movies. Amazon's culture and values. Jeff knows that Amazon's culture is not the best one in the world, but he never claimed it to be. He does claim, however, that the culture is innovating and people are there to create new ideas. He also stated that Amazon's culture is not for everyone, and if they do not like it, they can go somewhere else. His philanthropy efforts, he has not done anything big yet as far as donating or anything else like other people, but he believes he needs to save it because he has not come up with the best way to change the world. But at the same time, he has given a huge amount of money to Princeton University. his leadership style. He leads with the customer in mind. He's always putting them first. That's why Amazon is geared toward everybody, from gearheads to video game players. And Jeff is also a great visionary who's constantly pursuing his visions and succeeding at them. Weird facts: Jeff is a big Star Trek fan, and most of his inspiration comes from it. He was on The Simpsons. Also, he spent summers working on a farm. His first job was a fry cook at McDonald's, and he still drives a Honda Accord, but yet he's the world's richest man. Gotta love it. And my work side. And he's the world's richest man.